for each divisions, their response and their requirement, and it provides deadlines for that, because in our company we start the budget from June to July to July 15, and this is what we call it September revisions for that. And after that, of course, there is some look like if there is something in the ordinary or extraordinary in the OPEX or CAPEX, something over the 10% or there is some amounts, so that we send it back to the each division for justify. Then after that we will take it for the boards and the JMC and for the approval. Anyway, the deadlines and important information related to the budget. Now, the most important tools used during the budget. We have two important: the financial proposal, which we call it in the easy way the FB. If you see this FB, that means this is financial proposal, and the LVBO, low value purchase orders. Purchase orders. Now the financial proposal is estimate cost. The finance proposal is estimate cost raised in capital items that then 50,000 US dollar, and for the extraordinary operations then 100K, 100,000. The LBBO is opposite of that. It's for the capital items less than 50,000, and for the extraordinary less than 100,000 dollars. You have to finish. Now, for the cost account, the operating cost account, actually it's divided for two options, the ordinary and the extraordinary. The ordinary, what we mean with the ordinary? The ordinary, which was day-by-day expenditures. That look like routine maintenance, payroll, transportations. And for the extraordinary, it's a one-time job operating expenditure. That's look like painting, look like major overhang, and look like there's something bumping, so like that, but it's used only for one time. Also the capital cost accounts we have as towers, as accommodations, building, administrating buildings also. I'm sorry for here, and now I was talking about, it's not including there, I was talking about the justified, when we justified. Actually when each division rise their budgeting, our estimated budget, now we have the, as what they say, the ordinary and the extraordinary for the OPEX. Now if the extraordinary is more than 10% or more than 20,000, okay, for the projects. Always the extraordinary is coming for the projects, and the ordinary, which was daily, is coming for the activities. If it is more than 10% or 20,000, we return it back for the division, so that they can make the justify, and they have also their answer, and it depends about their work. For the ordinary, it should be because it's activity, it should be not more than 100,000 US dollar for each activities.
Variance.
Yeah.
Variance.
Yes, yeah, variance, yeah. Okay. Actually, this is in the... What
we have some questions, but first we will thank you. Are you saying that in your plan budget at the beginning, you have a breakdown of ordinary and extraordinary in your plan budget?
It's coming in the OPEX, Mr.
I understand.
Yeah.
Within the OPEX, do you have like two categories, yes. Ordinary
and
extraordinary?
Yeah.
Anybody else does this here? Anybody else?
We do it differently. I mean, like, for example, when you say the extraordinary, we don't have anything called extraordinary.
We have
Either we change it to capital projects or...
the capital and the CAPEX and OPEX, you will have ordinary and extraordinary also.
حتى بالكابكس كمان؟
But I don't have idea about that. No, I don't know. Only the OPEX, sorry.
What makes it extraordinary?
Excuse me?
What makes it extraordinary? How do you know?
What's your definition of extraordinary?
Something magically coming.
Yeah, it happens only one time for the extraordinary. Yeah.
And it could be a special repair, could be a special modification, that they call extraordinary.
Yeah.
When I mentioned the word extraordinary in my presentation, it was more related to special request that comes later, that is unusual, unplanned for, and has a request for additional budget for extraordinary. In his case, they're planning from the very beginning for extraordinary items. You talked about the variance, and you said the variance in some cases, for example, we look at 100,000 dirham, the old.
Dollar. Because we are dealing with dollar.
Don't you look at percentages as well in terms of?
No, in this case, they are only looking for the amounts. For the amounts, yeah, they are not looking for percentage. I asked this question yesterday. I spoke to one of my friends. They are working on the budget. I told him, okay, you are not looking for the percentage. He said no, only amounts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Another question. Do you revise your budget during the year? Do you change the budget? Do you
Yes.
calculate?
No, but
Do you forecast? And you
yeah, I think Mr. Muhammad
I
has
will
answer
answer.
because he's working there also.
Our budget we have four.
Spring broadcast.
Business plan. Business plan, 5-year business plan.
Okay.
Then the current year master budget.
Guys, are we ready? Manish, I'm getting you a driver here, so let him tell us.
5-year master business plan and the current year master budget. And then spring forecast. This is a revise of
Revise,
the
yeah, this is a
master.
revise, yeah.
And there is September revision also. It is also revise of the master budget. That's
When you revise your budget, do you still keep an eye on the old budget? Or does the budget change?
yeah. It should be the variance and justification of any change.
I understand.
But there is a limit of the change. It will be more than 100,000, I think. For capital item, it will be.
But in
It
your
will require
reports,
the
you
justification.
keep the old original budget also in the report, or do you take it out and replace it by the revised budget?
I don't understand.
When you revise your budget in about
Yeah, any item.
No, yeah, because this attached with the justified because for the external auditors.
No, I understand that. My
Yeah.
question
انت شغاله معاهم؟
do we
لا
keep
بس
an eye?
وخر خلنا نكلم الدكتور. They keep the first one which they started in the year,
Yeah, it will show.
and the other one they call it revised budget.
Revised.
Revised
It will
budget.
show on the
شو
report.
عرفك بالموضوع؟
I was there for 6 months,
This is the BI, يعني, you know. This is the-
and I have a friend there. That's
The
why.
reason I'm asking all these questions also is because
And
many
my manager,
people
he's
present
working there
in this
also.
room have the same type of budget, have the same kind of budget. And although ADCO is very special again, like Aramco is special, every company is special. Makes us very different. It makes it very difficult for us to really adopt a standard terminology and standard forms. Any questions addressed to? Thank you for the clapping, but are there any questions addressed? Thank you, Taher, very well, very much. Thank you.
يلا باقي واحد. Juba.
Last but not least, we have Mr. Juba. Juba, I have to warn you.
خلاص
You
أصلاً.
get up here, I know you have something to say.
يا داود شلت الهديه حقتك؟ الهديه بتاعتك شلتها؟
Most of the discussions here is always about budgeting and budgeting. My concern is how do I adopt
دقيقة شوية to get you some peace and quiet. Go ahead.
other departments to know the importance of budget and how they maintain their budget, and they should know how much amount they have.